Hello and welcome to Lofty Pursuits and Public Displays of Confection. We're a candy store and a soda fountain and a toy store in Tallahassee, Florida. Thanks for coming by. Today we're going to make some hard candy, and we call it image candy because each piece will contain an image in the middle of each one. And the artwork we're going to do today is going to match the flavor. We're going to do an image of a cross-section of a watermelon. Into the sugar we poured, that's about 310 degrees Fahrenheit, we're adding food coloring, and we're going to stir rapidly, and it's going to boil out all the excess water in the food coloring to keep the candy from getting sticky. Today we're using 3 colors for our candy: black, pink, and green. Our candy cooling table has done its job and dropped the temperature of the candy tremendously, but the edges are cool to the point we can handle them, but the centers are still blistering hot and liquid. We gotta cut the candy apart into its colors that we're gonna use, and then fold it back and forth to even the temperature out so we can work with it. Candy without food coloring is an amber, not a white, and we need a white for this pattern. So we put it on our candy making hook, and Juran pulls it again and again, folding in millions of air bubbles. Each one of these air bubbles reflect light, and when she pulls enough of them in, several million in fact, she will have a candy that is a nice white that we can use. For this design, we also pull the red to make it pink. We wrap the cool rod that we made out of the black candy with warm pink pulled candy. And this is going to become the seeds, but we need more than one seed in a watermelon. And we're going to do that by duplicating it. I've always loved watermelon. I used to grow them in Brooklyn when I was a kid. Yes, farming in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. They had a children's garden there. And one of the fascinating things I learned about watermelon is they started as a bitter, almost inedible fruit in ancient Egypt. But they started cultivating them because they could store water in them for months during the dry season and break them open and crush them for water. They really do live up to their names, and then they bred them to be tasty. And of course, this candy is the tasty version of the watermelon. You know, you can try this candy for yourself. We sell it over at www.pd.net. That's PD for Public Displays of Confection. If you're ever in Tallahassee, you can come by and visit us in person. We have a store and we make it out in the public, and we'd love to see you here. Once we build the log of candy, it's now time to scale it down. And we do that gently so we don't distort the image. And we pull the log into rods, and eventually we roll the logs to cool down. If we stop at any point, the candy will go flat and the design will be destroyed. So we keep it moving almost all the time. If you enjoyed this video, there are lots of others on our candy making channel here at Lofty Pursuits. If you want to see new ones, we come out with them every week or two, and you can subscribe to us. We'd appreciate that. We also are on Facebook and Twitter, And we're at www.pd.net, where you can buy this candy and try it for yourself and see how good it tastes. The candy is more than just a pretty looker. If you're interested, also follow our feeds and you'll find out what we're doing. Next week, we're going out to visit a couple of other old candy stores and soda fountains, and we're going to be blogging about them online. Thank you for watching.